Hi, ladies. Coach Nayla LATRICE here to talk to you on the subject of a Proverbs 31 woman. So, we're going to dive into the scripture and then I am going to break it down. So, if that is something that you are interested in, stay tuned. And, baby, the way I broke this down, yeah, you might want to listen to this. So, you guys can definitely book your 30-minute empowerment call with me down below in the description bar. All right, so me reading from scripture does not determine my religion or my belief systems as well. I will also put that out there. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get into this passage. I'm reading from Proverbs 31, starting at verse 10, and it reads, the epilogue of the wife of a noble character. So it's the wife of a noble character. It says, a wife of noble character, who can I find? Or who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. She sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in linen and purple. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies the merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears God is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gates. Honey, baby, let's get into this, okay? So this is for even if you are not interested in being a wife, so to speak, or any of that. This is just about having a certain type of a feminine character about who you are as a woman, the way you carry yourself. This is an example to help you have something to reach for. This is goals, okay? You don't have to take all of this, but a lot that is in here will help you be a woman that is rooted and have a very strong foundation. Now, without further ado, let's go on and get into this and break this down so this video isn't too long, right? So I broke down many of the verses, okay? It's from 10 to 31, so it's a lot of verses, but we're going to go through this quick, and you're going to get the message, all right? Give this video a thumbs up, okay, if it's resonating with you. So it says, a wife of noble character, who can I find? She is worth far more than rubies. I said that lets you know that she's worth more than materials. She's far worth than rubies. So any type of material gains and possessions, she knows that that's just materials. knows that her worth comes from within her and who she really is, and her connection and her relationship with herself, and with the energy that she puts out into her community, into the world. So not her worth is not just based upon rubies and diamonds and pearls and all the riches and money and things that money can buy. No. Okay, her worth, it's her worth, who she is, what she stands on, her character, okay, is what makes her valuable, okay, and worth more than what anything that money can buy. Okay, verse 11 says her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. Okay, you have a man that believes in you. Okay, you nor your man lack anything, whether this is materially, financially, okay, any type of resources and tools. You can get that at the drop of a dime because of your connections, because of your network, right? Okay, but when it comes to your internal value, like we just got done talking about, your character and so forth, okay, you really are not lacking there. Your spouse or your man is not lacking in that area either. Okay, so that lets me know that you are equally matched and equally yoked with your partner here. Okay, but you have a man that believes in you, not a man that tears you down, but someone who believes in you and trusts in you and has full confidence in you. Do y'all have y'all relationships like that? I'm just saying. All right, verse 12, she brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. So that's why it says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, because the woman is a creator. She births, and she's able to speak that life over him. She's able to add that energy that he clearly is not, right? So, or what she's more dominant in. So that balance is going to allow him to be able to go on with his task in his day and allow him to be in balance, because he has that helpmate, right? She sends out that positive, high vibrational thoughts and energy for herself, for her family, for her man, for her children, for her whole entire household. That's what she does. All right. Number 13 through 14, she selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. So this lets me know she got her own. Okay, what is it, Neo? She got her own. All right, it's like whether she married or not, she has her own. She knows how to get up, get out, and get something. She knows that she's not just a housewife, so to speak. She is that, but she takes care of her family. She knows how to go and get her money. Okay, with the way that she works, she's happy to work. Okay, she knows how to go and get her food to take care and provide for her family. Okay, she's an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. Okay, verse 15, she gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. So this lets me know she's a woman that uses her time very wisely. She's not just idle in her time or just wasteful in her time. She's always doing something, whether she's cleaning her home, she's preparing something for her children, for her spouse, for herself. Okay, she's always using her time wisely. Okay, she cooks for her entire household. She takes care of her team, her female servants. So she has women who are also on her team that are serving her. Okay, so being in an energy of receiving the help that you need. She knows that she is royalty and she doesn't question her position. We get to that later as well. Okay, again, she's a boss. She has a team. She has people that listens to her. Some of you guys are not comfortable with your own authority. Therefore, you guys are afraid to ask and receive the royal treatment that you deserve to receive, because you're not sitting in your royal authoritative position. Okay, people do for her. Okay, she says, hey, go get this, and they go get it. People provide for her. People give her what she needs. She's the queen. She's head of her household, so to speak. Okay, she makes sure everything is taken care of. Okay, but yeah, they serve her, and like I said, she doesn't question her value, like, well, why are people doing things for me, or I don't deserve that, or I'm supposed to do everything for everyone and no one's supposed to do for me. That's not how we would. No, that's wrong. So many of us grew up listening to certain scripture, but we forget we forget the true messages and a lot that's written here. Okay, You don't have to necessarily need to go to church and all of this other stuff. For those who do, they do. But it's about having the inspiration and motivation that certain scriptures bring to you to help keep your foundation intact and remind you of who you are. Not just, I'm reading scripture for an overall group. I got to read this because this is what this group says and I'm a part of this group. No, it's to help you as an individual. That's why I read scripture, okay? To help me individually, not for a group, okay? But everybody is tapping in on their own energy for what they're tapped in. Anyways, like I said, she's very confident of her position. She knows who she is, okay? Number 16, she considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. Again, this woman is a businesswoman. She's like, I want that field over there. And she has more than enough money to be able to get it. It lets me know she's a great negotiator. You know how to negotiate. You know how to invest. Okay? You make great deals. You make great investments as a Proverbs 31 woman. Okay? You know how to take what you purchase and invest well and get an ROI, a return on your investment. It says she takes the earnings and she plants a vineyard. So she buys a field, and from that field, she's earning off the field. And from her earnings, she plants a vineyard. I'm assuming to just relax and to have wine whenever she wants, or to make some more money off of that. But the field that she buys, she gets earnings from it. So she profits off of that field. She has workers out in the field, I'm sure, and all of that, right? And the vineyard is useful for her and her family, whether she wants to use it to relax or whatever the case may be. But the biggest thing from verse 16 here is that she is not broke. The Proverbs 31 woman is not broke. She is rich. She is wealthy in money in her time. She's able to do what she wants to do. Yes, she has responsibilities, but it's the responsibilities of her own household, of her own work. Not the responsibilities that she's forced to go do for somebody else that she doesn't want to, like a job. But she ain't broke. So if you broke, then you gotta work on something within you. You guys can book your empowerment call down below. Number 17, she sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong enough for her tasks. This lets me know that she's focused, that she's disciplined, that she can handle whatever work that is ahead of her. Whatever she has to do within her day, she's strong enough to do it. She got it. If she got to lift some stuff, she's physically strong to do it. If she got to deal with servants and so forth, not showing up on time or not doing what she's saying to do or whatever the case may be, she can handle it. She ain't all stressed and, I'm trying to figure it out. No, she's calm, cool, and collected. She handles her shit. Excuse my French. I know we read scripture, but she handled her business. You feel me? Okay? And for all y'all church goers and everybody else is tapping in, don't act like you don't cuss after you leave home from church, or when you be cussing in church at your kids sometimes. Let's slip right on out. Like, get your ass out the church. Woo, I'm just saying. Don't be acting all stuck up, but it's whatever. Lighten up. Anyways, it says, verse 18, she sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. This woman is confident. She knows that she is provided for. Her lamp don't ever go out. Her lights ain't never been shut off. If we got our lights getting cut off, we can't pay our bills, then clearly we doing something wrong. Or we're not up to par. We need to be looking into doing something different. Because if nothing else, we know there's at least one example of one woman in history that has never had to experience this. Look at the princesses and the queens. You got Princess Diana, you got the queens, and you got the preacher's wives, and so many other, you got military wives that are taken care of. You got sports players' wives and bank investors' wives and all of this that they're taken care of. So we know that it's very possible to have to be in this type of energy, to be in this type of kingdom energy, this heaven energy, but the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's you got to place yourself in this energy. You got to work on yourself and pull yourself up out of that low vibrational energy to get to this status, to get to this position here. You got to be worthy if you guys want to be able to match with an actual partner. Some of you guys don't want to be in a marriage or have a relationship, and that's fine. Or you have a different sexual orientation, that's fine. But it still talk about the root of just carrying the principles that this woman carries for yourself, single, married, whatever. Okay. But again, she makes great decisions. She's a great deal maker. She makes great investments. Her household is ran like she runs a tight ship. She don't play around. Her household is ran very well. She is the light. Her light doesn't go out. So not only does her lights not go out, but the light that is within her, it doesn't go out. She's always shining her light. She's always feeling good and light and airy and in a joyful, good mood. Her light that she has within herself doesn't go out. Her happiness, her joy, her peace. And many of you all are searching for that and seeking that and looking for answers on how you can get that. But it's within you. You got to clear away the darkness. That's that dark night of the soul. I'm here to help you. You guys can book your 30-minute empowerment session with me down below in the description bar. Let's move on. Verse 20. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. She's always receiving because she's always giving. And she knows who to give to. Okay, she doesn't mind helping those. She has a heart. But she doesn't allow herself to get taken advantage of. And even sometimes, even if somebody just off the street, like, hey, here, can I have this or whatever? It's like, even if she know they ain't about to do something good with it, she got it. Here you go. Go do what you go do. Whatever. I'm going to be blessed. She knows she's going to be blessed. And she goes on about her day. She's not snobby or anything, but it's like, hey, I got it. Go do what you go do with it. That's on you. But I'm going to give it to you. You get what I'm saying? She's not a selfish or a stingy person. She wants to see others win. She trusts that it's gonna be you. She doesn't have a scarcity mindset, so she doesn't have to say, oh, well, they're gonna go use it for drugs, or I'm giving this person off the street this, or what if they go do this, or they're too choosy or picky. Like, dang, if you ain't never been homeless, don't talk your because you just don't know how it really go. Don't talk about, and that's coming from someone who was homeless for 2 years. Clearly, I was on. You wouldn't have never known. And people was talking ish about homeless people right in front of me, not knowing that that's the position that I was in. You might want to be careful. You might want to be careful because you could be entertaining an earth angel like me. I know y'all see the shine in this glow. I was where I was for a reason. God was testing other people's hearts. Anyways, let's keep it moving. 21. Back to 20. Give to those that are in need. 21. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. Baby, again, this woman was not broke. All of her family was dressed in the finest, dressed in scarlet. Do you know what that is? Go Google it. Go look it up. They had everything that they need materially. Whatever food they needed, she was like the merchants. Remember how we saw in verse 14? She was like the merchants. She had foods by the pounds, like shopping at Sam's Clubs and all that type of stuff. Whatever big box club you shop at. Okay? But again, it's like this lets you know she was financially wealthy. She had no fear of money, no scarcity mindset. She was able to provide for her and for her family. She was provided for. She trusted that the universe, God, whoever was going to always be there and provide for her. This is just an innate knowing that she had. Many of us were stripped from this because of what religion has taught us, or because of other people's thought systems and beliefs, or what we saw our parents go through. We haven't seen real relationships. I'm thankful that I have been able to see a beautiful marriage. My grandparents married for 62 years before my grandfather has just passed away very recently, within the past few weeks. And let me tell you, my grandmother was definitely a Proverbs 31 woman. For sure. And ain't nothing wrong with a little tradition, a little old school, to be grounded and to really get what you really want and desire. You can still be very feminine and do you. It's about having that man to be able to respect you and know who you are. You change him, because a man finds a good wife. A man finds a wife. For those of you that are interested in that. But let's keep on going. 22, she makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in linen and purple. Again, talking about her clothes. She is royalty. She has on the finest of linen and everything else. And she wears linen suits or whatever. Okay? She is very crafty. She makes her own bed sheets. She knows how to sew, or she's very creative with her hands. Okay? Like, she has the high quality materials. This is someone who has money, who has access, who has resources, who has tools, who's not just by themselves and I don't want to be around people and I don't need nobody. No, she got networks of people. Her husband got networks of people. She has her team. I might have to post this and then a month from now post it again. You get what I'm saying? Because this is good, and let it keep going in rotation. Maybe I need to upload this once a month so it can be in rotation so people can really see it and hear it and keep getting out there, and just as a reminder, right? Number 23, her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. Her man is very respected. Her husband, her man, whether it's a long-term relationship, your spouse, however you, whatever, your person, they respect you. They ain't talking down on you. They ain't yelling at you. They ain't trying to talk negative to you and all of that. No, they're not jealous and envious of you, because let me tell you, there are men that are jealous of women. Trust me. Nah, it ain't none of that. Her man is supportive, and he's respected. He has a name for himself. He's the big man. He's the boss. He has a position of authority. He's king. He's God. He's using that authority that he is. 25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She laughs at fear. She laughs at the lack and low vibrational energies. Okay? She's prepared for the future. All right, so she doesn't have to worry about what her tomorrow looks like, because she definitely ain't worried about money for tomorrow or for the next day or for the next 5 to 10 years. That's the least thing of her mind. She ain't thinking about somebody getting sick or anything like that. She's not projecting that energy out, right? So it's kind of like she trusts and she knows that everything is good. So she laughs at the future. She like, I'm good. Any type of trouble to try to come her way, she like, please, I got people to handle that. She's good overall. She's overall well and balanced and lives a good, happy, prosperous life. And it's very possible. This is an example to show you that it's possible. Truly be happy. Y'all hear the honks? It's the universe confirming and agreeing with me. But again, she's clothed with dignity and strength. She's like, I ain't worried about no enemy. I ain't worried about somebody trying to talk stuff towards me or try to send negative energy my way. I'm not worried about any of that. She ain't worried about that. She laugh at that. She got goons. You want to come talk your ish? You want to come up in this castle and talk your ish? Hubby, get them folks on them. She called her servant. She ain't got to call her husband to do nothing. She couldn't if she want to, but she got the authority to make that call. Tell her servants to go do what they need to do to take. She ain't worried about none of that small time stuff. She got bigger fish to fry, clearly. We gonna get to it because she ain't lazy, which is a big thing. We gonna get to it, okay? But she's prepared for her future. Therefore, she's not afraid of her future. She's creating her future. She's involved in her future. 26, she speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction is on her tongue. So she speaks with class, with elegance, with knowledge. And because of the way she speaks, she continues to get more downloads. She's in that energy. So all that comes to her is positive speech. It's speech that is going to build her, speech that is going to put her in rooms and in places that is only going to uplift her and her family and advance what she is doing for her kingdom, for her household. Okay, so watch how you speak. Not saying that you can't say cuss words and stuff. It's not about the cussing, and if you, that's all it is. And I can see, okay, that's, people may look at it like, oh, why is she speaking like that? You get it, but you can still cuss. My grandmother still cuss and so forth. It's about your overall energy, your overall knowledge and wisdom, and how you carry yourself with your speech. If you're overall if you cussing and you also talking ratchet, then yeah, you gonna be classified as ratchet. But if you always talking wisdom, how I'm talking in this video, but I've said one or two cuss words that have slipped up, then y'all know it, I ain't ratchet. I'm just, it's my speech. So you can't judge people. So many people are judgmental, but that's a whole nother video or a topic or whatever. But yeah, so really speaking with class and elegance, knowing how to speak and get your way, get what you want, knowing how to speak with other people, speaking to the authority in other people. You may, you may be at dinner and something could be going on and you need to speak with the manager, knowing how to speak and get situations resolved, and not speaking out of, well, you did this. That's not a mature woman speaking. That's the immaturity speaking. So being very mature in your speech is what that's saying here, okay? So, and as you do that, you'll get more downloads and more wisdom to be able to speak and help you to change your speech into that, as long as you're practicing that, okay? Whatever you put your energy towards, you're going to get more energy to assist with that, or to align with that. All right, 27. We almost done, y'all. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. She protects her home. She may got that Glock. You feel what I'm saying? Or she got her goals or whatever. She protects her space. She protects her own self. She protects her own energy. She protects her peace. Okay? She does all the necessary spiritual work, the Reiki sessions, and, whatever you got to do for your psyche, for your mental, to be ready to go into your household, to take care of your household, to take care of your family, to take care of yourself, to take care of your man or whatever, right? But again, she protects her home and she gets done what's necessary. She's not lazy. She doesn't eat the bread of idleness, because then she wouldn't be eating. If she wasn't doing everything I've read, then who's running that household? The man? The man out got a whole nother thing he out there doing. That's why it's good for a man to have a helpmate, to have that harmony in the home, especially for those that want to build a family and have that family. That's why you got to be equally yoked and not settled. That's why you got to know your worth. But if she wasn't doing all those things, then guess what? She wouldn't have what she has. She wouldn't have the type of man she has. She wouldn't have the type of things she has. She's already that wife. Whether you're single, you can be a single wife, okay? You're preparing, you're already this person, and you're attracting the type of man that complements you and who you are as a Proverbs 31 woman. But she is not lazy. So I know we got this soft era going on. That's fine. We can be in the soft era and everything, and the man can take care and provide for the woman and everything else. Yes, okay. But a man is still going to want to know, what are the benefits that I'm getting? What are you really doing for the household? Are you keeping the household organized? You got to know how to run your household still. You can't just wake up and do absolutely nothing. You're supposed to be able to live the soft life so you don't have to go to work for somebody else, but you still have to be able to do your part and run your household. Because even if you're a Proverbs 31 woman and you don't have a spouse, you still got to get up and do some work. You still got to run your household. So you cannot be lazy. You got to be diligent and do what you need to do, okay? Verse 28, we have, her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Again, her children and her husband, they adore her. They admire the work she does. They laugh with her. They're joyful with her. They bring peace. It's a peaceful household. It's a peaceful family. Okay? It's like they really love and appreciate her. Her husband knows, dang, babe, if you wasn't doing all of this, I wouldn't be able to go over here and do this. A lot of us speak ill towards the male energy because it's like we are accepting less. If we keep accepting less, then they're not going to treat us how we're worth. We have to know who we are and what we're worth. You have to make sure you're connecting with someone that's going to treat you that's going to appreciate you and see your efforts and how what you bring to the table. And if you don't see that, that's not on them. That's on you for saying with that person. That's not your person then. We have 29. Many women do noble things. And it was 29 on the phone. Perfect alignment. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. So it's like your energy is pretty much, you're like a high priestess. Your energy is an example for other women. You know, everything I just named out of Proverbs 31, how many women you know around here walking around like that? If you turn the TV on or see what's in social media and everything, everybody ain't walking in that type of energy. It's like, so who you are, you may have women who are noble, but you surpass them all. Being that type of energy, you're the example. You are the prototype for other women. You are the leader. You are women. You're a leader for women. Women's leadership. So continue to be the example. Continue to be the example. Excuse me. That you need to be for other women, because that's what you are. Okay. Ooh. All right. 30. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears God is to be praised. People talk about, oh, I don't like how people praise another human being, or everybody always praising Beyonce and everything else. We deserve to have praise. We deserve to have praise. If you didn't get praise when you was young, say that. Because I didn't. I know I didn't, but I know I still deserve it. So all y'all talk about, oh, we can't. That's that holier than thou type stuff. And I get it, but no, we deserve to have praise. We deserve. That's why you're not being recognized, because you don't feel worthy of it. That's why you got a man who ain't bringing you flowers, cards, ain't celebrating you on your birthday or any type of holiday or any day of the damn year. Because you don't want the praise. You just want to do everything and just be lowly and be low like a worm, like you were taught. I'm just saying. No. This is saying that she's not manipulated by charm or beauty. She knows that people can try to charm her with their beauty or any. She knows that her looks are beautiful, but she knows that it takes more than her looks to get her to where she's going. She's full of substance, not just her looks. Okay? This is also saying that she stays faithful to her God or whoever she believes in, to herself, whatever you believe in, your belief system. It's like you stay faithful to that. A woman who fears God is to be praised. But everybody has different belief system and what they believe in. So it's it's pretty much just reverencing the giving honor to the Most High, whatever the Most High is for you. And then lastly, and let people believe what they believe too. It's like she's not judgmental. 31. Let her be praised for her. It says, honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. Again, there talks about praise. 2 verses back to back talks about praise. And I said, let her be praised, for her work is admirable and worthy. She deserves to get the claps. How would you feel you did all this work and then nobody noticed? Don't you? It's like you got to be comfortable with receiving the hand claps. That's where envy and all that other stuff comes in, because you're a woman, maybe, or possibly, or grew up around women who didn't want to give you the claps or wanted to sabotage you. They knew they were sabotaging you, or in certain situations, you know, or the women that you guys have met in your along your life and so forth. You know, it's like you deserve to be praised, but you haven't been around people that praise you because they didn't know how to do it, because there's something about you maybe that made them feel like, you know, they were envious or jealous or whatever the case may be. It's like, no, women deserve to have their praise. They deserve to have their recognition, and don't be around people who wants to speak the patriarchal type of energy and say no, and that's you women, we're not supposed to praise people and all that. That's them views that you want to think. But for me and my household, no, I'm gonna get my praises. I praise myself. I want to thank me for getting me here. People like to correct people 33 on their journey and tell them how to live and so forth based upon certain things. Yes, we got a Bible and stuff that most people, you know, they live off of, you know, but there is, open your mind. It is bigger than that as well, people. Okay, and this isn't law, so to speak. I know that may have ruffled some feathers, but you have to really be able to open your mind. There's more than Christianity. You know how many religions use this one book? Not to get into all of that. So which one is really right? Christianity, Buddhism, or Catholic? Being Catholic, being what's I cannot even think right now. Baptist and Christian are two different things, but both read out the book, which they both have different type of, you get what I'm saying? So don't be judgmental. It's like really focus on being this Proverbs 31 woman within yourself, whether you want a spouse or not. It's about building yourself and gleaning or just taking the advice and my notes and stuff that I said on this. Take it how it was meant to be taken for you, or what you learned from it. Okay, so that was the breakdown of a Proverbs 31 woman or wife. Okay, I hope you guys learned some things and opened up your mind to see things different, to have a different perspective as well. Hopefully it helped you to get some clarity and to grow you and to elevate you as well. And hopefully you got some work to do, or it helped you to realize what work you need to do so you can improve, because we're always improving ourselves, right? You guys can again give this video a thumbs up. You guys can book your 30-minute empowerment session with me down below in the description bar. Oh, I'm just loving my locks and how they, woo, baby, I'm just in love. Okay, but anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. I am Coach Nayla LATRICE. Peace.